The state of Minnesota may provide money to demolish the old Williams School. The Minnesota Senate voted last week to spend $1.5 million to knock down the old Williams School, raising hopes among local officials that the derelict building may soon be demolished and redeveloped. Lawmakers included the appropriation in an omnibus environmental bill that passed the Senate on Thursday. State Senator Paul Utke of Park Rapids said the legislation was sent to the House where it awaits action. Once the House bill passes its version of the bill, it'll go to a conference committee where negotiators will reconcile the Senate and House versions of the legislation. Utke expects the money, which comes from the Minnesota Remediation Fund, to be included in the final bill. In the Senate, it's going to pass. It's no problem there. We know what the end result is, Utke said. It's just what we negotiate now through the conference committee. The money will be given to the Lake of the Woods County as a grant, according to the Senate bill. The county will have 3 years to use it to demolish the abandoned state-owned school and clean up the contamination at the property. It's not only an eyesore, it's a big problem for them in Williams with all the possible contamination and bad things that happen with an abandoned building, Utke said. The first classes in Williams were held in a private home in 1904, a few years after the former Canadian Northern Railroad was built, according to the Lake of the Woods Historical Society. During the next decade, students attended classes in a bunkhouse at the Episcopal Church and in a small building that became part of the Congregational Church, according to the Historical Society. They didn't have a permanent place to learn until 1916, when the Williams School was finished. It opened the following year. The newly built $15,000 building was the largest wood-framed schoolhouse in the country, according to the Historical Society. The six-room building was built on 10 acres, according to the Historical Society. Several additions were added as enrollment grew. A gymnasium and 2 classrooms were added in 1938. The school district bought the Gracetown Schoolhouse in 1944 and moved it to Williams and attached it to the east side of the building, growing the school. It became the Williams School Industrial Arts Department, and an elementary building was added to the campus in 1948. The Williams School District, which experienced falling enrollment during the 1960s, began to consider consolidation with the Baudette School District, following pressure from the state, according to the Baudette region. In 1968, the boards of both school districts and voters in Williams approved consolidation. The consolidated districts became the Lake of the Woods Independent School District 390. The last high school students to graduate from Williams School was the class of 1973. The elementary school continued to use the building until 1981, when it closed, and the school was sold to the city of Williams, according to the Historical Society. After it closed, the Williams School changed ownership several times. It housed a community center, library, Christian school, and several private businesses. The state of Minnesota acquired the Williams School in 2013 due to tax forfeiture, and now it looks like plans are in the works to have it demolished. I'm Neil Carlson reporting for PageOnePublications.com.